helpful when you are. Foundation settlement can be serious. Cracks that start here can soon appear here and here. A healthy foundation is a healthy home. Rely on the experts. Rely on Ramjack Foundation Repair.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
We want to take you live to Washington Road right there at I-20 as crews are on the scene of an overturned fire truck. This is a ladder truck that flipped over on the westbound on-ramp at Washington and I-20.
So it's been a big mess to get it upright and out of there ever since. That call came in just before 4:30 with crews still on the scene there right now. Those crews started their work around 5 o'clock. But if you look closely there, that windshield is shattered on ladder truck 501. So we're not sure. We haven't heard about any injuries as they work to get that truck upright and off that ramp, but it has made for some slow-going traffic in a very busy area.
Yeah, our crew out there says there was a long skid mark from the turn lane, so maybe took the turn too fast. Not exactly sure, but as you can see, it's been backing up traffic for a while, and that is a big truck to try to give back on 4 wheels.
Plus, on this MLK Day, a look at Augusta's connection to Dr. King and how he influenced the local civil rights movement as well. But first up, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is all about honoring Dr. King's legacy and his dedication to serving his community. Today, our Mayor Johnson and UGA alum in Augusta are doing the same. Volunteers partnering with Augusta's Project Refresh and the Master's Table to give back to those in need.
News 12's Alyssa Lyons talked with members of UGA's Alumni Association about why it's so important for them to help those in need while honoring Dr. King's legacy.
It's hard. It's not easy. This really is hard to be on these streets.
You take it, you fill it out, and then you go take a shower.
A day to make it easier with Helping Hands in honor of Dr. King, who's famous for lending one.
He wanted it to not be just one day. He wanted it to be throughout the year, throughout the years.
Fresh clothes.
Mr. Road, have a preference on color for the hat?
A shower.
With clean towels,
a hot meal.
it's hot.
There's always just a need. That's pretty much where it comes down to. We have people out here that are just in need of food, in need of water.
Something you find in your home, but a gift to those who don't have one.
I just want to get back inside. Well, I can begin to start taking care of myself. Seriously. I play music, I'm an artist. Man, I can't do this out here. But I put myself in this position. And I don't blame nobody. But it's up to me to get out of it.
One day at a time. In Augusta, Alyssa Lyons on your side.
More than 75 volunteers took on shifts at the Master's Table and helped with Project Refresh to provide those hygiene kits, those hot meals, and those showers.
And the Golden Harvest Food Bank says the day of service served more than 200 experiencing homelessness in our area. So certainly a worthwhile cause out there today. And at Abilene Baptist Church, the 36th annual Global Race Unity Memorial celebrated Dr. King's fight for equality. Organizers say this year's theme was overcoming oppression without violence, in a nod to the nonviolent protests associated with Dr. King's marches during the civil rights movement.
He knew love was the answer when he said, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.
And the celebration also featured music and speeches by leaders. Organizers say this was about showing and expressing acts of love to all as their way of honoring Dr. King's mission and legacy.
Much more news ahead after we give you a live look out coming up in the full forecast.
All right, thanks for that, Mikkel. Back to our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day coverage. Shortly before his death, he visited Augusta to give a sermon at a local church. And today, the Lucy Laney Museum of Black History gave tours in honor of the day.
This helps Hallie Turner went along with him to show us how Dr. King's message resonated with civil rights leaders here in Augusta.
Usually these doors behind me are closed on Mondays, but as far as one historian of the Lucy Craft Laney Museum can remember, This year is the first time they've ever opened their doors for operation on MLK Day, allowing for insight to more than just MLK's connection to the Augusta community.
I think it's really nice that we're able to open up, talk a little bit about Dr. King, his connection, other civil rights activists, and look at Augusta through the prism and what it meant to become activists.
Dr. King was a civil rights activist on a national level. That was Augusta's Lucy Laney on a local level.
Was one of the co-founders of the Augusta branch of the NAACP. She also was an activist in her day.
Community members like Brenda Dent learned new historic facts about the town she's lived in all her life.
I didn't know about the Golden Blocks. I knew that neighborhood was there. I went to Immaculate Conception School, which was in the district of the Golden Blocks.
During the time of segregation, the Golden Blocks stood as the heart of Augusta's black business community.
I learned some new history about the Pilgrim Life Insurance Company. I remember that building.
A business started with $2.50 in Augusta, turned into a top African-American insurance company worth more than $8 million. Walter S. Hornsby's childhood dream.
That has done so many things in the past. State of Augusta, we don't hear anything about it.
Which is exactly what Corey envisioned today to be. A day that not only celebrates Dr. King, but celebrates the legacy of civil rights in our own community. Reporting in Augusta, Hallie Turner, on your side. 11-year-old Justin Gilstrap had his 5th surgery today after being mauled by 3 dogs. His family says he's doing well, but he's still in a lot of pain. In a social media post, his mom says he has another surgery scheduled for Wednesday. And tomorrow is the last day of quarantine for the dogs that attacked Justin just over a week ago. Columbia County Sheriff's Office tells us they're not sure yet what's going to happen to the dogs after that period ends, but we'll be sure to update that for you tomorrow. But since Justin's attack, the hashtag JustinTough has taken off on social media. Now his story is spread across several states.
News 12's Nick Veland talked to drivers in a virtual racing league from New York and North Carolina who redesigned their cars in support of Justin.
You see that little boy, hashtag JustinTough.
The race trucks are virtual, with drivers coming from all over, all using their platform to raise awareness.
If something happens, a tragedy, anything, we pull together and show support.
Mike Allen and Mike Campbell, both drivers for the Turn Down for What iRacing League. Both have been following the Justin Gilstrap story closely since they first heard about it, so they decided to give their cars a makeover.
I read the story and I was just, put a lump in my throat, and seeing the pictures of that young man, and Mike posted a picture of his truck, and I said, you know what? He usually does one, I usually do one right with him.
A design for Justin.
Got some of the Georgia Bulldogs logos, threw on the truck for Justin, and then put hashtag JustinTough in the Georgia Bulldogs color.
Last night's race had more viewers than normal, the league says, but these 2 drivers only care about one possible viewer, Justin.
I got his picture on my hood. I got his name on the side and on the back of the truck. I got to do a good show for him.
I hope Justin was able to see some of this. It's just an absolute honor to be able to do that last night.
In Columbia County, Nick Veland on your side.
And these 2 drivers will go back to their normal designs the rest of the season, but they are going to keep Justin on their car in some small way long term with a sticker probably that says JustinTough.
Pretty cool tribute in a race that I was not aware of.
Yeah,
and
apparently Justin loves NASCAR and loves racing, so a nice nod to him.
It really is. Just into our newsroom, one of Ahmaud Arbery's convicted killers is in an Augusta prison. Gregory McMichael in the Augusta State Medical Prison. We're still working to find out why he was moved here to Augusta and when that happened. We'll let you know when we learn more. You are looking at a lifeline. This is the helicopter EMS in Edgefield will call if they need to airlift you from a crash scene or some other medical emergency. It's all part of a new partnership with AU Health.
News 12's Will Rio talked to officials with the Edgefield County Emergency Management Service to find out how the new system will work.
AU Health Air Care responds to the most critical calls in the CSRA. Every second matters for the patient.
This saves us critical time for our most critical patients.
Edgefield County EMS is partnering with Air Care using a new technology called the Flight Vector app.
This definitely will help save lives.
When EMS responds to an accident or medical emergency, they can use an iPad or smartphone to request a helicopter transport. First responders answer a few questions, drop a pin, and the flight crew is dispatched.
Process probably takes a minute or less to complete.
Usually, EMS would have to get to the scene, call their dispatch, who would then have to call air care.
It's kind of removing one or two middlemen out of the equation. It's like playing that game of telephone in elementary school, you know. By the end, the message is quite construed sometimes.
So, no other turndowns?
Here at the Air Care Command Center, they help make sure the crew is getting the proper information.
We just make sure that aircraft is in the air, that it's safe.
In rural parts of the CSRA, this app can help cut down on response times and relieve short-staffed crews.
This allows us to do that from the field, much more efficient, much faster, and give them better information.
In Edgefield County, Will Rio on your side.
Last year, Air Care says they did more than 400 transports.
And they hope this app can grow so they can help more EMS crews across our region. Coming up, it starts with me. That's the message Dr. King's daughter is sharing with a new children's book, how she's continuing her father's legacy.
We are tracking rainfall chances moving in tomorrow, so you got the red light for the car wash forecast. We'll talk about how long these rain chances are going to stick around coming up. Unsettled all the way through Sunday, temperatures back in the upper 50s by then.
All right, thanks, Mikkel. Grovetown City Councilwoman Soretta Smith hosted an MLK celebration and food giveaway at a Liberty Park Community Center this morning. That event focused on the theme, Together We Can Be the Dream. It leaned into the faith aspect that was a large part of Reverend Martin Luther King's speeches, and also featured Bishop Esaias Merritt from the Macedonia Church of Grovetown as the keynote speaker. Dr. King's daughter, Dr. Bernice King, is sharing her father's passion for creating a change by inspiring others.
Savannah Louie sat down with her to talk about a new book and how it's sending a message to people of all ages.
Stop waiting on the next leader, the next Martin Luther King Jr., the politician, the elected official, teachers, even students. It starts with you.
Dr. Bernice A. King shares a message that can shake you to your core using animated characters and colorful pages.
During this time of the year, I become very functional.
The daughter of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. shares his passion for creating change. It jumps off these pages to reach the youngest generation. In her children's book, It Starts With Me.
I think it's just a great starter for children to understand how they can show up and participate in changing our world.
Bonita Hampton-Smith with the King Center held a signing and reception for the book.
We wanted children to engage too, so this book throughout will show them how to deal with conflicts, how to deal with problems, how to deal with social issues.
The children's book holds meaning for all. Changing the world starts from within.
Starts by having first a love-centered mindset, so that when you're addressing whatever it is, confronting whatever it is, engaging whatever it is, you're doing it in the right spirit, heart, and attitude, and then we can begin to create the kind of world that we all want to live in.
Savannah Louie, Atlanta News First.
And all of the money made on those book sales will go to the King Center to continue its goal of creating a more inclusive, just, humane, and equitable world. So, very good cause.
Still to come here on News 12 at 6 o'clock, a group of kids developing their basketball skills while learning about the life and legacy of Dr. King. How the two lessons end up going hand in hand when News 12 at 6 o'clock continues.
Hundreds of people gathered outside of South Carolina's State House in honor of today's holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and to reflect on how to carry it forward. And this is also the first time King Day at the Dome was held in person since the COVID pandemic. Leaders with the state's NAACP used the event to urge South Carolinians to learn from history.
We must continue to fight forward. We cannot go to sleep. As a matter of fact, I think we've been sleeping too long. We gotta wake up. We've got a lot of work to do.
King Day at the Dome started more than 20 years ago as a protest against the Confederate flag being flown on top of the state capitol's dome. Although the flag was removed in 2015, this tradition continues.
On the Georgia side, President Biden visiting Dr. King's Church in Atlanta over the weekend. The president spoke at Ebenezer Baptist Church to honor Martin Luther King ahead of the holiday today. Biden became the first sitting president to speak at a Sunday service at Dr. King's own church. Here in Augusta, the local NAACP chapter holding its annual Martin Luther King Day parade. That was Saturday. Hundreds of people lining the streets downtown to watch the marching bands, the dancers, and the floats pass by.
And today, a local basketball camp is honoring Dr. King in a unique way, giving kids the chance to take part for free by writing an essay about the influential civil rights leader.
Our Maria Seller stopped by to see how it works.
At the Augusta Dream Center, kids are learning about basketball. And the man who had a dream.
Of course, this is MLK, the holiday. We wanted to give the kids an opportunity to express what they know about it. We want to keep them relevant.
While the participants say they already knew a lot about him,
he was a great civil rights leader that he is an inspiration to all. He was a part of the civil rights movement.
They also had the opportunity to learn something new.
I learned that he went all over the states and did a march. I was just surprised that he did all of that.
And parents say taking advantage of a dual opportunity was a no-brainer.
Learning about Dr. King, that's very important. Dr. King is one of the world's greatest leaders. Implementing him with basketball, it was just a win-win.
But the real lessons taught here reflect the teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Things he's taught, teaching each other to work together, to love each other, things like that. We kind of want to build on that.
And Sapp Sr. says he hopes it's a lesson that goes far beyond the court.
I'm hoping that this could help him, just look at the game of basketball in a different perspective. You come in here to learn skills and drills, but there's always a bigger purpose in it.
In Augusta, Maria Sellers on your side.
And Peak says asking kids to write about Dr. King improves their communication skills. It gives them a skill they'll need to be successful in school and life outside of basketball.
Work together, love each other, kind of does sound like teamwork when you break it down to basketball.
Absolutely. Love the message. Mikkel?
Well, I love that connection there as well. Basketball fan and a huge MLK fan as well. But temperatures are going to be in the 60s and 50s for the weekend. Rain chances as well. We'll talk one last time about that in the forecast coming up.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
It's so late at 11:30.
I'm Samantha. And I'm Savannah. And we're actual clients of Austin Jackson. When a girl ran a red light, a tractor trailer was right beside us, so they hit her, causing her to hit us. We rolled 4 times down Washington Road. Our injuries were extensive, and we really needed not just prompt care, but a continued care plan. Once we met with Austin, I felt really sure that we were going to get taken care of. It was definitely nice knowing that we had someone we could trust, working on our case, taking care of things, and explaining every step of the way. Get Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
Do you need cash?
My time in the Marine Corps in Vietnam open all nights.
It's a new year, and many homeowners start thinking about home improvement projects this time of year. Your roof is one of the most important investments for the security of your home, and thankfully, the professionals at Roof Savers specialize in roof rejuvenation, which will extend the life of your asphalt shingle roof by 5 to 15 years. Before you even think about a full roof replacement, please call Roof Savers now and save thousands of dollars with the lab-tested, USDA-approved, bio-based product from Greener Shingles and Roof Savers. I'm here with Russell Beckham, one of the owners of Roof Savers. And Russell, explain what roof rejuvenation is and the Roof Savers process.
So, roof rejuvenation is the process of reintroducing the protective qualities to asphalt shingles, such as the flexibility, the granular adhesion, and also adding resistance to hail damage. So we have a couple-step process. Our first visit to a customer's home is to evaluate the roof to make sure it qualifies for roof rejuvenation. We are looking for any leak-prone areas such as damaged pipe boots, loose chimney flashing, things like that, and we want to correct all that before the process is started. Then we will soft wash your roof to make sure all the black algae and moss and dirt come off. Then the roof is treated with the rejuvenation to extend the life of the roof.
I believe in the roof rejuvenation process so much, we had it done on our roof at our home. Listen to my husband, Ryan.
The roof is a major expense. This product can save you a ton of money. As you can see the before and afters, and it is plain as day. This was simple, in and out process. It's a win-win for everybody. My roof went from old and damaged looking to clean and new.
Please dial the number on your screen right now and extend the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years and save thousands of dollars in the process. Your roof inspection is free, so what do you have to lose? Call now.
Hear what other people are saying about Roof Savers? Use the keywords Roof Savers Georgia on Google and check us out online at myroofsavers.com.